What's up, everybody? It is chat and chill time. I don't like this. This is like crap. Let's listen to a little bit of this. Let's see. Don't like that either. What's going on, everybody? Hope you're having a good morning so far. I mean, this would be good for when, the print's almost done. I've relocated the camera, the other camera on the printer to my PC. That way you guys can see quite a bit better what is actually happening on the printer. We'll just do chill because that seems better. I don't know. I just don't know. Oh dear, I do say. I think you guys probably want to see me too. There we go. I'm wearing my back support. This fucking brace that I have to wear because I'm a fat ass and all that good shit. Here, let's put a little light on the subject. It's like dual holsters. Dirty Harry. I'm Dirty Harry. Make my day, punk. Oh, I was testing out a titling system, an auto titler, and that last stream title did not work the way I wanted it to. Why it put no mic, I have no idea. I think it's because I have my microphone unplugged temporarily. I don't know. So, that being said, hope y'all having a good morning. It's Tuesday, 8:21 a.m. Mountain Time. Seems to be a beautiful day outside so far. A little bit on the chill side, which is nice, especially in the mornings here. I had actually intended on spending the day directing my children to dig holes in my yard to plant the trees that we bought. That might happen still. Except for I won't be standing. I'll probably be doing it from a chair outside or from inside, yelling at them through a microphone. I am in a god-awful amount of pain today. But we're making it work. So, you guys see the title at the bottom. Oh my god, enormous butt monkeys invade and raid banana farm in Alaska. Ward 6. Where did you get an enormous banana farm in Alaska? And how did Rosie O'Donnell get there? I don't know. And once again, we're dealing with massive amounts of allergies. Yay! Allergies. I don't know. So I went ahead and ordered some new batteries for my vape. Now, mind you, I do not advocate vaping or smoking of any sort. This is me. I'm talking about me, so don't take this as advice. I just want to make that perfectly clear for all the moderators and the YouTube algorithm and all that nonsense out there. This is for me, not for advice. So the end goal is to end up quitting smoking in a very short amount of time. And I can't do that while I'm still smoking. right? So I'm going to go back to the vape. I did vape there for about 2 years, and I had pretty much cut my smoking to zero. So I'm hoping that this time I can make it stick. But yeah, everybody that I know is pretty much over on Broken Baker's channel watching the Karen Read trial, and I'm sorry, I'm done with it. We already know what's going to happen. They're setting an example of that poor woman. So, I mean, she's going to prison. If she doesn't, it'll be a miracle. It was a setup from the get-go, in my own opinion. So, we'll just have to leave it there and see how things play out. That said, I'm going to get comfy and grab the other chair over here. Come here. Yeah, get my feet up because I need to be lazy. Oh, god dang it. I mean, you guys want to know how fat I am. Look at this shit. I'm not even leaned back. So I weighed myself this morning. I've lost 5 pounds. All right, I'm doing good. But I'm still 52 pounds heavier than I was this time last year. So let's do this. Let's do this so you guys can see me a little bit better. Push the camera up just a tad. There we go. I'm being lazy because I was already on the exercise bike, and I already did my workout this morning. Pulled about half hour on the exercise bike and about 20 minutes on the home gym, and I hurt even worse than I did when I woke up. So went and did my stretches afterwards while I was listening to Mo in the Deep End and Shizzy before that. And now I'm here talking to you guys. So, just enjoy the stream. We're just chilling out and having a good old time. You guys got a topic you want to bring up? Bring it up. Excuse me. God dang it. I don't mean to cough on the microphone. But, that all said, guys, what is your opinion between smoking and vaping? I absolutely need to quit smoking. So I've tried cold turkey, I've tried Chantix, I've tried all the medications out there. I've tried the patches, I've tried the gums, the chews, the lozenges. None of them work. And I have a feeling it's the oral fixation with the cigarette. And when I was vaping, I felt so much better. In my lungs anyhow. And I still got the nicotine I needed. So I'm thinking about, I want to go, I'm going to temporarily go that route and see if I can't kick this habit. I just don't want to start a new habit. You know what I mean? Here, we're going to actually change the, we're going to change the banner here so that you guys can actually see what's being printed. Let's see. I'm going to take this, throw that over there. And there we go. That should work well like that. That way you guys can see exactly what's being printed and where to find it. let's add a new ticker. Let's get all this information in here. I would actually like to get an API. That way I could do auto stuff right into the ticker. That would be really cool. Just to let you all know, I am here, just chilling out right now. So just give me a shout out in chat, and I will be around. So, you know how I was excited to get my partials so that I can have my full teeth again? Now, it's been a month since I had my impressions done. I just got off the phone with my dental office, and they still don't have my damn teeth. They don't have them. They said 2 to 3 weeks, and we're now in week 4, and they haven't heard anything, which tells me they're beating me a line of crap. That my order never got placed. So we'll see what happens. They're probably going to call them and go, I need this a rush order, which means they're going to fuck them up. They're not going to do them right. I tell you guys, this type of shit happens to me all the time. It is my luck. I don't do anything to get treated like this from the medical fields. I don't understand. You know, it's like yesterday my wife went in and saw our new doctor. Her first appointment, she says she loves her. I will almost guarantee you on Thursday when I go to see her, it ain't going to work that way. I don't know why. I just don't get it. I don't understand. I don't understand anything anymore. Ay. Ay caramba. Wow, look at that. There's like 0 people on YouTube watching. That's a strange one for me. Let's see here. I mean, I didn't advertise this morning, but I normally shouldn't have to. When I go live, I mean, it should notify people. And I did lose a couple of subscribers this morning, which is interesting. You know, I find that fascinating. You know, we were up to 81, now we're back down to 79. I don't know what I did for that. Oh well. Yeah, it's the nature of social media. My nose itches like crazy. Allergies are kicking my butt this year, guys. And I mean in a really bad way. There we go. Set the quality down on that so it's not chewing so much bandwidth. So I can see chat, you know. It's all good in the hood. But like I said, we're just sitting here, just chilling out and printing some stuff out. If you guys ain't got any questions about 3D printing or anything like that, feel free to drop the questions in the chat there. I'm more than happy to answer whatever you may come up with. Let's turn the overlay off for now. Boom, 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 boom. At some point today, I do need to go out and clean out the wife's brand new PC. It seems to be overheating, which, I mean, it has a really shitty fan on it. So I've got an AIO that I'm going to replace that with so we can keep that CPU a little cooler, since it's going to get hot very quickly in this house. And if you're just joining me, do me a big old favor, hit that like, share, and notification bell so you can get up to date on when I go live, as well as that follow button on both X and on Twitch. Now, even though we are printing the IFAK case, I'm actually not going to be using it for an emergency medication box. We're going to be using it for other storage things. or I can print it out as that, and we can give it away. We do have giveaways, by the way. We have 2 pieces to give away. We have the fidget spinner we did yesterday and the Trump bust that we did last week. So at the end of this week, on Saturday's stream, we will be doing a live giveaway and shipping those out to you guys, no charge to the winners. So make sure to stop by on the YouTube stream on Saturday, because it will be YouTube exclusive for the printed giveaway. You know, every day that we print something, it will go up as a giveaway on Saturday's stream. We've got 2 pieces already, one from last week and the one we did yesterday, the little fidget spinner. And then we'll have a number of pieces more, including this little IFAC box, this rugged emergency medication box that we're just going to print out as a rugged box. To store randomness in. It is honestly too bad that it won't allow me to do 1080p at 60 frames a second on Restream or StreamYard, because this would look so much cooler. I would actually have to go back to using OBS to do that. So, but right now I'm happy with what I'm doing. You know, I'm chilling with it. We will make do. I'm actually watching a video on how to incorporate the, add a guest feature into OBS, and I'm working on doing that to where it's automated into my scenes so that I can go back to using straight OBS. And, it's got the whole chat message thing and yada, 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 as well as the chat overlay built into it. So it's going to take a little bit to get that all put together to where it works flawlessly and automatically, I should say, without having to do a whole bunch, because I just simply, at this point in my life, I want to be able to click go live and hear everything. I don't have to do anything. Other than go find a file and print it out for you guys and sit here and chat with you. And if you would like to support the stream, just going to toss that out there right there. We'll leave that up on the stream for a moment. It'll also be in the chat link. You can support the stream directly through Venmo, or if you go onto the About section, we do have our merch store that is still up, as well as the PayPal donation link and a bunch of other things in the link tree. And if you click on this particular QR code in the top left, you can visit my Etsy store. I still need to add more crap to it because I got lazy and didn't do it yesterday. But we are just going to chill today. and do some printing, and I will be back and forth between the PC and getting the other printers going, because I do have some commercial stuff that I need to print out for the for sale side of things, so that I can make a few bucks, in the non-grifty way. Which honestly, that is the way I would prefer to do it. But at this point, man, I'm up for anything. Buy me a coffee. I don't care. Anybody in chat know what's going on over in the Karen retrial? I'm not over there right now, so I have absolutely zero clue. Obviously, because I'm here talking to you guys. I probably should go advertise the stream. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, that hurts. What the heck was that? Did it just change the music on its own? That's interesting. Here's the trick. Where is Discord going to open up? Which window is it going to open up on? It opened up over here. We're just going to be doing a relaxation thing. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. All right, we got a little bit of grifting going on there. See what happens. See if we can entice a few people to come say hi. I know that the Karen retrial is a big, big thing, however, we already know the outcome that's going to happen. It's going to take a miracle for her to get exonerated. Oh, you know what? Let's do this. I actually came up with a couple new songs this morning, guys. Let's kill the music here, and let me bring those up because I do believe that you might enjoy them. Let's stop the screen share on that. And I think that's the one. Yes, that would be the one. So let's go to my channel. And share. All right. So these are all in the my music playlist, just so you know. And let's do the breaking news blues. Ladies and gents, grab your coffee cups. The morning headlines sure to crack us up. In the city, park squirrels are on strike. They want more nuts, so they'll hike. A dog was elected as the mayor downtown. Promises belly rubs fewer frows. Breaking news blues. Can you believe your eyes? Every day's a surprise in this news disguise. From talking cats to cars that fly. Hold on tight, it's no lie. A man found gold in his backyard pool. Now he's swimming in cash. Ain't that cool? The zoo's penguins hat, the weather station predicting snow for their vacation. Breaking news blues. Can you believe your ears? The world's gone mad. Cheers to the weird. From cows on moon to the singing trees. Today's headlines are sure to please. I do believe I'm getting better with this AI music thing. Take tycoon vows to delete the internet. Says it's just too much for safe bets. Meanwhile, a toddler teaches quantum physics in crayon drawings. Ain't that terrific? Terrific! These stories start. So as the world turns, just keep in tune with the breaking news blues. Each crazy noon. Breaking news blues, what's real, what's fake. With headlines like these, it's a double take, untake. From underwater schools to flying cars. Who needs fiction? These stories start. So as the world turns, just keep in tune with the breaking news blues. Each crazy noon. Tomorrow's stories, oh, what will they be? In this wild news world, we'll just wait and see. What do you guys think of that? Next up is one of the new intros that I did. And as stated, no, that's not it. This is one of my other songs. What? Why did it not play the one I wanted it to? Let's go back.
All right, it's no lie.
Well, okay, here we go. I just added a ton of pictures in this because I really had no content to make a video out of. In the shadows of the city where the lights dim low, Captain Courage steps out, ready to blow, with a heart made of steel and fists to match. Enemies shudder when they catch his dispatch. He's the knight in the night, rolling deep, justice sword, he's sworn to keep. Captain Courage, he's on the fight, battling wrongs, upholding right in the streets. He's the justice free, Captain Courage, the hero he never backs down. He's on the front line, facing the evils that intertwine, corruption's lines. Flipping the streets, he tears them down with lyrical beats. A vigilante with a badge of honor, curves the storm, chaos honor. Captain Kern's on patrol, rights of the wrongs, breaks the chains in his world, justice reigns. Captain Kern, he's on the fight, laughing wrongs, upholding right in the streets. He's the justice free, Captain Kern, the hero he. Those are images that I took with a drone a number of years back during a thunderstorm here in town. In the shadows of the stars of despair rises high, a beacon of hope under the night sky. Enemies fear when his name is called, a symbol of power unemployed. With every step he claims the land, justice delivered by his commanding hand. So when you're lost in the night draws near, remember Captain Kern, let out a cheer for justice, for truth, for the right. He's the guardian of the city's light. Hardcore rhythm, fading out justice, sir, no doubt. Hardcore rhythm, fading out justice, sir, no doubt. All right, all right, all right. So, what everybody think of that one there? I think I'm getting better at the whole AI music thing, and it's fun for me because I can't use my hands that much, to play actual instruments. I was actually fairly good at the guitar and piano back in the day, and arthritis has kind of killed that. So it's really hard to hold on to a guitar. Piano, I can still play fairly well, but the guitar, I love playing guitar, but I can't do it. All that plucking and holding down them frets, it just don't work that well no more. As well as playing the viola and the violin, otherwise known as the fiddle. Where I'm from, it's the fiddle. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. So, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and let this keep printing. And we're going to throw this up on the main screen and throw the background music on. And I will be back in just a little bit. I'm going to go do some human things. Hey, Squid, I didn't see you there. You're watching the trial. Ah, thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. You're always welcome. And I didn't actually expect a lot of people to show up today due to the fact of the Karen Reed trial, plus Megan Fox and everybody else is on. But I'm just trying to keep that content rolling. You know what I mean? Know what I mean, Jelly Bean? I forgot to add the other screen back in. There we go. Can I? Oh, I've got to actually add it. There we go. And we'll throw this one over here. Perfect. Well, the live stream itself is just going to stay open, and I will probably be in Megan's stream as well. Like I said, I've got 4 monitors here, and I can bring actually 2 more computers over if I need to. I'm exhausted too. I got 4 hours of sleep, and I'm like, God, this sucks. But I'm gonna push through and get this content. I did 2 songs this morning, and I've got about 4 more shorts made, and I got about a dozen of old shorts based off of old TikToks that I did that are ready to upload as well. So I'm glad the short thing is starting to work out for you. I'm glad that advice actually worked out because it's doing wonders. I'm like, the only thing that I was like, what in the world is going on is I actually lost 2 subs, but it is what it is. It's social media. People will do what they want to do. I wish I had a harder time getting up in the morning. I wake up and I am like wide awake. I went to bed last night, and 4 hours later I was wide awake, and I've been up ever since. That is so cool. That is so cool. I'm waiting for I'm trying to. I went and did my exercises this morning. All right, let me put the camera on real quick. I went and did my exercises this morning, and I had to put my back brace on, because my back has absolutely been killing me. I spent about 20 minutes on the exercise bike, 30 minutes on the exercise bike, and about 20 to 25 minutes on the home gym, and then about 15 minutes on cool down during doing stretching and stuff. And my back literally just lit on fire. Like, it hasn't done that in a long time this badly. I'm like, oh God. So I went and got the back brace. And I do this every single day. This is my normal routine. I've actually been thinking about doing a video of what my routine is, and I haven't even eaten breakfast yet. I've had coffee and water. I drink coffee, and I've had 3 bottles of water since I got up this morning. So yeah, I'm sore as fuck. It hurts. I can't move. My legs and my knees don't want to work. My back is killing me. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to do it because it's all for the content. And I'm trying to figure out a way. There's been a lot of the talk about, everybody's medical issues. I'm thinking that if we set up, like a Discord server or something that's not public, it's by invite only, if we just had a support group to help each other and, throw out the information that we know of different things that we've dealt with, I think it would be good for everybody because I'm always researching. See, I can't do fasts. The last fast was when I was supposed to have that colonoscopy, and I was in so much agony. I did not feel better at all. But, I'm just like, I'm just chilling today. I got things I need to do as well, and I want to visit a bunch of streams, but I want to keep the live running as long as I possibly can. So, you know, get some more people interested in the 3D printing side of things, because it is an amazing technology. And see if we can't get some good conversations going a little bit later on. It was my wife's idea. She was like, "Why don't you just put the camera on the stupid thing?" Because I moved the camera off of the actual machine itself, plugged it into the computer so I get better video from it. And she goes, "Just let it run. Check on your chat once in a while and see how people are talking, and respond to questions and super. I can't get super chats." She said super chats. I'm like, "I'm not monetized yet. I can't. I need them subs, baby." I mean, even my 16-year-old, he saw my Twitch stats, not Twitch, but YouTube stats yesterday when I was laying down, and he was like, "Whoa, Dad's doing good." I'm like, "I don't think I am, but you know what? Kids know better than I do." All right, girl, you do your thing. You do your thing. I'll be around one way or the other. Oh, you mean, I have this. I have that. It's not through Buy Me a Coffee. It's through Venmo. There, now it looks better. Doesn't have my ugly mug in front of it. And wifey's actually going to cut the sides of my hair again today, because it's growing way faster than normal. But you got chores to do. You got lurking to do. So you go do you. I'm not trying to push you out of the stream, but dang. Yeah, I was going to set up a Buy Me Coffee. And if anybody else is watching, we have a couple of people watching. Go there. Buy Squid a coffee. Oh, dear Lord. Pink pen toddler. Oofda. Well, at least it's not black ink, I'll probably go set up Buy Me a Coffee as well, and then just rotate through them during the stream. Because I've got Cash App, I've got Venmo, I've got all of them other than Buy Me a Coffee. You can go straight to PayPal. You can do it through Stream Elements. I have my merch store that I actually need to get some new merch done, because I haven't updated it in a year. But the stuff that I have up there is cool as shit. You just reminded me, I actually have to go buy a onesie up on my merch store today for my granddaughter. So that she can still fit into it. 4 months old. Well, no, 3 months old. Sorry, 3 months old. She was born January 23rd. You know, chat, I still need to go through and figure out how to get the cameras from the other printers over here. I think I might have to do a RTMP source or something because, you know, off of my Raspberry Pi boxes, because it's way too long of a cable stretch. It's like 30 feet. And USB doesn't like going that far. But that way you guys can see all of the printers that I have in the house printing at the same time. Well, except for the one in my 18-year-old's bedroom, because nobody wants to see what's going on in an 18-year-old bedroom, right? We'll just leave it at that. Nobody wants to see that. Oh dear, I gotta dust the back of that printer. Look at that. It's gotten dusty. Does anybody know of a good spray that repels dust off of wood and metal and plastics? That's a good question. I live in Northeast Colorado and we are dust central. It's as bad as it is in Phoenix. You know, you open the door and 400 pounds of dirt and dust just flies in, even if there's no wind. And y'all, if you haven't already, do me a big old favor. Our primary stream is currently on the YouTube. So do me this. Go to youtube.com/@CaptainKern. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like and notification icon. That way you can get notified when I go live on the YouTubes. And we will be doing the 3D print giveaways on Saturdays strictly on the YouTubes, not on X or on Twitch. So that is the place you need to be. I am in a hard push to get myself to 500 subs on YouTube. And I need all of your support. It doesn't cost you a dime to do it, and it takes only a moment of your time. And if you enjoy any of my content, then it's well worth it. The ultimate goal for this stream, guys, by the way, is so that not only do I stream in the mornings, that I will be able to stream in the evenings as well. I'd like to stream at least 3 times a week in the evenings, twice during the week, and then once on Saturday nights. So I'm thinking Tuesdays and Thursdays in the evenings, and then Saturday nights. So I have my 3 nights a week. And then stream in the mornings pretty much daily. And in the evening streams, we're going to come up with some fun stuff to do, as well as watching these things print, because that's going to be the main focus of this channel. However, we're going to be talking news. We're going to be talking law. We're going to be talking politics. We're going to be talking society. We're going to be talking hunting, fishing, whatever you guys want to talk about, we're going to do it. And I'm going to be bringing guests on that have specific knowledge in certain fields, or just want to talk about those types of things too. You know, I've met some pretty amazing people, including Miss Squid Pro Quo herself. And, you know, maybe we can convince her to come on, as well as, you know, the Shizman and Miss Mo in the deep end, that is. And, you know, there's all sorts of good people out there, you know, Flux and, let's let's see, uh, just all sorts of people. God dang, I just can't even list them all off the top of my head right now. I have trouble doing that off the spot. I can talk all day long, every day about absolutely nothing. But when you ask me about a name, I'm like, Bob. By the way, does anybody know, did Disney actually lose the trademark and copyright for Mickey Mouse? I have been wondering that. You know, the news story a couple of months ago was they lost it, and then I saw something that they somehow had reacquired it after it was you know the 100-year limit was up on it, or whatever that time limit was, and I'm like, did they actually lose it though? If they did, they literally cannot claim copyright on anybody that prints anything or makes art of Mickey and Minnie and all that sort of jazz. Or is it just Mickey? I don't know. I guess there's going to have to be some research delved into that one, because that is a very interesting topic to me, is, you know, copyrights and trademarks. I've got my name, Captain Kern, is copyrighted and trademarked by me underneath my LLC, Just Ryan Media. And I sit back and I think, I'm like, okay, so if I've got this trademarked and copyrighted, nobody else can use it, but there are other places that have on the net that have obviously used it. I mean, you're not going to find anybody that hasn't used something before, and I don't plan on going after them. I mean, there's a couple of authors. One's a historical author. That there was a original Captain Kern who was a naval captain, and I think it was in the British Navy or something like that. And then there was a fictional author that has wrote a female Captain Kern, which was interesting. And those all happened back in like the early 70s and the 80s. So I have no beef with them whatsoever. And I have no beef with Amazon, because Captain Kern is actually a character in the game New World. It's one of the NPCs in New World, the bosses, mini bosses. They've never taken that out, as far as I know, anyhow. And I got no problems with that either, because, that's just cool. My name being in a freaking video game. That's just awesome. I have had to send, over the years, a number of cease and desist letters to people that were trying to impersonate me. And it's one of the reasons I ended up going into getting my degree in cybersecurity, is so that I could hone those skills on finding the wannabes out there that just want to grift off of your name. And I don't mean to sound, negative about it, but I'm sorry, I work hard, and, this is my name. It's been my name for 30 years. Actually, it's been over 30 years, since I was about 16, 17 years old, doing, Star Trek role-playing games on CompuServe, and then the WBS chat from Yahoo. Well, it was before it was called Yahoo. Yahoo bought them out. And I got named this by my friends, and I'm going to keep this name for the entirety of my life. But it is a character. I got no problems telling people who I am. My name is Ryan. I have always been Ryan. That's what I was born with. Online, I go by Captain Kern, because that's just my gaming tag. And I don't care if you call me Ryan or call me Captain or call me Kern. You can call me asshole for all I care. If it gets at my attention, that's all that matters, right? You worthless Pete. No, just kidding. I wouldn't call myself that, even though sometimes you do think it. Everybody has those thoughts once in a while. You're a worthless piece of crap. Speaking of that, you get into a position like I am, and this is not a sob story about me, by the way. I've read a lot of people have the similar issue, and it's not a depression issue. It's just, you have that momentary lapse of, God, I'm crap. a lot of you know, I am disabled, and I'm medically disabled by my doctor. I cannot work uh, because I can't even stay awake for the entirety of a day anymore. It's like noon, 1 o'clock hits, and my body says, "Okay, pill time," and I take my pills and I crash. 8 in the evening, I take my pills at 7, and 8 in the evening, my body goes, "We got to crash." So, and then on top of that, I'll sleep for an hour or two, or maybe 3 or 4, and then I become an insomniac. I'll be able to sleep off and on occasionally, but not a consecutive good sleep. And you sit back as an individual and you go, what is my worth? And this is my worth, trying to just entertain people and give knowledge as well, in a fun manner. Like I know quite a bit. I am not a professional 3D printer expert whatsoever. Everything I've learned off of either YouTube or reading blogs or talking to people that actually do it, and discovering how the business itself works, so forth. And I'm still learning. To me, there is no such thing as a complete expert, because the learning process never stops. But everybody has those momentary lapses. It's like, I am a piece of crap because I can't do much. And I haven't been able to get the government to actually put me on disability. So there's no income there. So how am I helping my family? Well, what you guys see on screen right now is how I'm helping my family. It's what I know to do at the moment. Trying to build this 3D printing business, get that going again, because it was up and running. It didn't make a whole lot last year. It wasn't even the federal minimums or the state minimums to even file for. Mostly health conditions contributed to that. But I've got 3 focuses in my life right now: stay alive for my grandchildren and my wife and my kids. And that means getting my health back in order, losing this ton of weight that I gained, and if it turns out that I've got the big C, like cancer or whatever, find out a way to take care of it. If it takes cutting something off, let's do it. If it's diabetes, like my former doctor said it might be, which I've never had a positive diabetes test, just to let you know, which tells me it's not. But if it is, then, we'll deal with it. I'll do what it takes to get it going, to get this, taken care of. I'm not one of those people that's going to give up just because I run into adversity. If that would have been the case, I would have just thrown myself off of a bridge like 6 years ago. Well, more than that. Adversity has been my life. It's like the thing with my teeth going on right now. When I called the dentist office, they were supposed to have my teeth in last week, and apparently they're not here. So, I'm just like, well, what the hell's going on? How does this come about that somebody has to run this kind of adversity? And the only thing I can tell you from the bottom of my heart is God has prepared me and is still preparing me for something much bigger than I can imagine. There has been so much strife and adversity that me and my family have gone through. There's a plan in place. And I'll give you guys a little hint of what I believe it to be. And this actually came into my brain. Actually, it came into my heart. I'll tell you that. It came into my heart about 2 weeks after my daughter had passed. I have always been a huge advocate of preventing domestic violence of any sort. You don't hit women. And women, if you're brave enough to hit a man and abuse a man, like we're seeing in a lot of these court cases recently, you're going to get treated like one. That's all I can say about that, including by the law. nobody should be in a home, should be physical like that. Nobody. Not the children, not to the children, not to the parents, not the parents to each other. Nobody. And with the domestic violence situation that my daughter went through, I was working the call center place I was working at. I was on a LegalZoom account at the time, and it was a couple of weeks after she had passed, and I came back to work, and I was talking with a lady that was setting up a nonprofit to prevent abuse of animals, and I kind of like got teary-eyed, on the phone with her, and I took a break after I got off the call, and it just hit me as one. It's like, I need to set up something to help people, specifically women and children in domestic violence situations, get away and be safe. Now, it's not your normal idea, right? Because you see these places like Sarah's House here in Northeast Colorado. There's a place called Sarah's House, and it's a home where women with children can go to, or women themselves can go to escape bad situations. That's great. But you also see on the national news, you see these guys that are brazen enough, they will come into those places because they're not guarded, and oh yeah, big deal, they got a locked door. Ooh wee. And they will literally beat women up, unalive them, inside these supposed safe places. So I had this idea about setting up a nonprofit organization that would build and staff truly secure places. A place where a woman and her children could go, or just a woman, like I said, that is impenetrable by anybody that wants to do them harm. Basically, building homes inside of hardened buildings. Building apartments style thing inside hardened buildings. The initial idea was to take old dormitories from colleges, because they're meant for abuse, right? And harden them even further. We're talking bulletproof glass, biometric scan door systems, guards on site, one inside, one outside, 24-hour, rotation, three shifts, whatever. Cameras everywhere, the whole jazz. Truly secure places where they could go in, and when they close that door to their little, temporary apartment, they know that ain't nobody getting in. Ain't nobody. They're going to be completely safe, completely secure. Give them that peace of mind. And then hire the proper staff to help counsel these individuals so that, they can move on. Have a wholly included system, and financing it. That's the thing I've been trying to figure out for 2 years now. Because donations alone are going to be very hard pressed, especially in this day and age that we live in, the Biden economy. Excuse me. But I don't know. What do you guys think about something like that? Because the idea goes even further. Is once you get a couple of those across the United States, build up truly secure gated communities where there's a park, that's secure. Because the kids need to be able to get out and play, right? And especially the kids, and the fresh air helps. There's a lot of ideas that I got packed into my brain for this project. that if I can get it off of the ground, if I can find some way of getting it financed, this would be the most epic thing I have ever done in my entire life. You know, I have wanted to devote my time into helping and protecting others for a very long time, even before my daughter passed away. It's been in my heart for a very long time, and I do it. I mean, I donate my time to the church, which is very odd because I don't go to church. I can't stand organized religion, and my friends that, you know, they'll call me going, can you come do some IT work over at this church? Yeah, I sure can. No problem. I don't ever charge for it either. I've never charged for it, not once. You know, I've donated my time and my skills to a lot of worthy organizations, you know, and I love doing it. But I'm now limited because of my mobility and my health conditions. So I'm going, okay, what can I do? I have contacts within the military veteran community. My best friend is a military advocate for Northeast Colorado. I can get through his and my connections nationwide, we can get people to guard this place for free. Absolutely for free. You know, just donated time. And I wouldn't, these are the people I would trust more than anything to guard a facility like that. One, they know how to deter violence. And if violence can't be deterred, they know how to take it out. And then on the other side of it, then you have like the mental health counseling facilities that would need to be built in to represent and help these individuals, these ladies and these kids, you know, deal with the situation that they are going through. And that's another one that I haven't quite figured out yet, but I'm starting to build a team of people that understand how a lot of those systems work. And I've realized that my job, if I can get this to be a realization, is to gather and direct these people to do what they do best. Not micromanage at all. Just say, this is what needs to happen. Let's make it happen. And let them do what they do best. And build an organization that nearly 100% of its proceeds goes towards helping those, you know, that need to be helped. There are administrative costs, you know, like taxes and it's nonprofit, but there's still things you have to pay for, office supplies, what have you. Nobody in this thing would get a salary. It's all going to be volunteer. Because I despise nonprofits that give most of their money to the people working for them instead of the people they're supposed to be helping. You know, if you all remember the military veteran nonprofit scandals from a number of years ago. And a lot of those still exist today. That kind of thing irritates the living crap out of me because you're stealing people's money just to give somebody a salary. You know, if you're going to set up a nonprofit, the lion's share of that money needs to go towards those people that you're supposed to be helping. It cannot go to paying somebody's salary. You know, it's like the CEO of the Red Cross. The last time I checked, they were making somewhere around $600,000-$700,000 a year. That's freaking insane. They don't deserve that. You know, it's an organization that big, sure, give them a small salary, $70,000 to $100,000. It has to be less than what Congress makes, right? It has to be less than the president makes, right? But no, they get a lot of these individuals in these positions get paid way more than one, they deserve, and two, than the market share should allow. Let's check out where we are sitting in the timeline of this print real quick here. Come on, where's the mousey? We are 60% printed. Yay, yay, yay. Where'd you go? I don't know where the hell it is. Chat, I will be right back. I need to go take a quick bio break. Enjoy watching this thing print. It's better than watching paint dry. All right. We back. Oh, and I'm waiting for a text from my dentist because they said they were going to contact the people that make the damn things and let me know, and they have not texted me back. I'm a little bit disappointed, to say the least. So get this. So the Kick streaming platform keeps putting out these things. They ask, if Kick paid you $15 an hour and you could stream up to 10 hours a day, would you take it? Now, the last one they put out was $20 an hour. What happened to 20? But my response has been fairly similar in both occasions. I said 15 an hour. What happened to 20 an hour? I still say sure. However, for $65 an hour, I'll make it interesting, and for $100 an hour, I'll make it a top 100 on the actual platform. And that's honest to God truth about it is, you get into streaming, I mean, there's two ways to go about this, guys. Because I was on Twitch and I was doing fairly well. I was in the 0.1% for a while. From 2019 to 2020, mid 2020, I was at 0.98, and then there was a surge in popularity with some of the content I was creating, as well as PUBG, as well as the New World game that launched that September in 2021. I surged, from average of 15 to 30 viewers to a couple hundred. Averaging somewhere around 80 or 90. I never did make it into the Twitch partner program, by the way. That was the funny part. But my average peak was about 150 to 200, and I was averaging about 75 to 90, somewhere around there. And that's an amazing thing for somebody, especially at my age at that time. But I know how the Twitch platform worked, and it was extraordinarily difficult to get any sort of recognition because they have 20 million live streamers. 20 plus million live streamers, everybody. You could just consider that for a moment. And I made it literally into the top 10,000 if you wanted to actually take it and move those decimal points. That is like historic things. That's like big level movement. Now, YouTube is far larger, but has a far smaller streaming side. YouTube is filled of static content. It is gaining in rapid growth on the actual streaming side of things. But I don't believe it's quite there yet, which is one of the reasons I decided to make this move, is so that I could do my static content as well as my streaming content on one place, and I didn't have to multi-upload and chop crap up for different platforms. It just made more sense. So I absolutely enjoy what I do. Talking to you guys and printing stuff out, creating conversations about topics that people really don't want to talk about. That's what I enjoy. And I mean conversations. I'm too damn old for arguments. All right. I enjoy a good debate. I won't argue with anybody about anything anymore. Because, it's like, what was it? A couple of weeks ago, I was in a Discord. I'll give you guys an example. I was in a Discord server, and we were talking about, somebody brought up climate change. All right. And climate change is not a myth. It's real. But it's also part of nature. The climate is constantly changing in cycles. There's a number of factors that are involved, and humans have nothing to do with it. Scientists have already proven that gas emissions from the damn dinosaurs produced more greenhouse gases than humans did. Besides the fact there were more meteor strikes on the planet, fires constantly burning, CO2 being used up and regenerated, all those sorts of things, right? Methane emissions, all of that, because it was the early version of the planet. Earlier in the scheme of things. And the scientists, the actual real scientists, have come out and said, no, humans can make zero impact on the actual weather, other than stuff like cloud seeding, right? I just burnt my mouse mat. What the heck? Hold on. That sucks. Okay, it's not a big burn, thankfully. So, with that, then you have the cycle, the sun cycle, the moon's cycle, the actual physical gravity of the Earth that does change with the magnetic poles. and which direction we are sitting at that particular time. It's like that big ass earthquake a number of years back in Chile, knocked to the Earth's axis by almost 2 degrees. That changes weather, right? People had nothing to do with that. However, that said, climate change is real. The way it's being portrayed, though, is false. It's a pattern. And if you want an example of this, go pick up the Farmer's Almanac and look back. Look back in 5-year cycles, and 10-year cycles, and 20-year cycles, and 100-year. Okay? Stop believing mainstream nonsense, and people just need to actually go. Don't read the stuff that's out on the internet, because everything you read is skewed when it comes to so-called articles. Go on fact-finding missions. That's one of the things Gen X we do really well, is we don't blindly jump into the Me Too pool. We grew up with encyclopedias, people. We know how to go to a library and actually research. Unlike everybody since then. I mean, Google is a wonderful thing. The problem is everything that Google has is nonsense that is listed underneath it, because it's all based on perception and, bias. Literally, there's going to be bias in everything, but you watch any news station, I don't care who you watch, it's going to be biased one way or the other. You watch, even a lot of the scientific shows that are up on YouTube, a lot of these scientific content creators, they don't tell you the full facts of things. It's one of the things that when I was in school, I advanced it. I was highly advanced in mathematics and sciences. So I absolutely loved engineering. I loved mathematics. I loved biology sciences. I loved chemistry. And, this one for my entire life, I've kept up on that. However, my greatest passion, other than fiction writing and fiction reading, was history. So you combine all of that together, and you have the ability to research things and put together pieces that people don't tell you. It's like, I'm a constitutionalist. I am not a Republican. I am not a Democrat. I believe in the Constitution here in the United States. And I'm more on the libertarian side of things, if anything. Live and let live type of philosophy, other than follow the damn law, asshole. That type of shit. That's what I'm about. But even I can tell you that our founding fathers weren't quite as truthful and honest as everybody made them out to be. They did some horrible shit, but it was all before they signed the Declaration of Independence. And then they did some shady shit just after, so they could get the revolution started. There's a lot of history out there that kids aren't taught, and they should be taught. And I don't know why it's not being done taught. I don't know. It's like mathematics. Mathematics is easy if you take Common Core out of it. Whoever does develop that intended for the U.S. population to get fucking stupid. Excuse my French, but that is the honest to God truth. They intended for people to get dumb. We are screwed when it comes to mathematics for the next couple of generations. Unless they get rid of Common Core math, we are SOL. And the fact that civics itself in the United States isn't a mandatory class that you have to pass in high school to graduate bothers the living snot out of me. Because a migrant coming to this country has to take a very advanced civics course and pass a civics test to become an American citizen. Why don't our high schoolers have to do the same? Tell me, somebody tell me. Because I can tell you now, half of the kids in this little small town would never become citizens. Even some of the farmers' kids. Half the kids that I know that my boys are friends with are morons. They have no common sense whatsoever. They have no civic duty towards the country they live in. You know, yes, you need to go to jury duty if you possibly can. You know, it's mandatory. If you are, you know, if you do any of those things, this is the thing you need to do to be a citizen. You know, there's literally a checklist on the U.S. government's website that's been the same checklist for over 100 years. So tell me, chat, why in the world do immigrants have to pass a civics exam to become an American citizen, and our own children don't have to pass high school? That is one of the most touchy subjects I could ever get about. You know, it bothers the living hell out of me. You know, and it started. My eyes were awoke. Let's say awakened. Yeah, that's my eyes were opened. Let's put it that way. When my oldest son, he's 27 now, when he was in high school, and he brought home a history paper on civics, and I said, "Don't you actually have a civics class that you take?" And he goes, "Yeah." And I said, "Where's your book?" He said, "We don't have one." I said, "Okay, do they give you a constitution? What do they give you?" "Oh no, she just reads stuff off of, off the board." What? I'm like, all right, so you don't know your civic responsibilities. You don't know what being an American citizen actually means. And he goes, "No." So I sat down, I pulled out of my desk drawer, I pulled out a pocket constitution. And I said, "We're going to go through this damn thing in its entirety. And then we're going to go to the federal government's website, and I'm going to go through what your civic duties are." And to this day, my son, he is so happy that I did that. We talk about it every day. We're on different sides of the fence, mind you. My son is all the way to the left, which I don't understand how he got that way. But there's one thing that he and I both agree on, is the Constitution is the end-all, be-all law of the land. And he understands. He gets a jury summons. He has to go to jury duty. He has to vote. It's not a question of whether you want to or not. You have to. Because it's our voices. Doesn't matter if you're Republican, Democrat, Independent, I don't care what side of the party you're on, but you need to vote because you're exercising your right to change our fundamental government processes at that point. And if anybody tells me we're a fucking democracy, get out. Just get out. Because we are not a democracy. Our country has never been designed around democracy. It is a constitutional republic, which means we have a representative system based around a solid set of rules that cannot be changed without a majority vote by all the states. That's it. That's its most simplistic term that I can get to. You know what I mean, jelly beans? Oh my God. Guys, how are you guys doing? I mean, I hope you're having a good afternoon. It is now noon on the East Coast, and I'm sitting here babbling like an idiot. And I know that a lot of people have other streams that they've been visiting today, and that is all right. I don't mind. I'm going to sit here and chat and talk and do whatever ever I can. What is up, KD, my guy? How you doing, brother? How you doing? Dale McCormick, Mac 3D. How you doing from the UK? Greetings, my friend. Brother, I am not going to be playing any video games until I get my eyes fixed. I am damn near blind. Dale McCormack, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am just sitting here chilling today and just BSing with whoever pops in. Printing this little IFAC box, little rugged storage container, so that I can do a giveaway for it on Saturday. Everything I print during my streams, I will give away on a Saturday stream. So, Dale, I take it that you're into 3D printing. Just from the Mac 3D in your name. That is awesome. Correct me if I'm wrong now. Oh, resin printer going. I want to get a resin printer, but there are so many new models coming out. I've always been, filament, FDM, and I wanted to go with resin. But I'm like, okay, there are so many new resin printers coming out. I want one of the new 8K or 10K models, but they're so expensive. Oh, vape box mod again. Nice, Katie. Which kind of resin printer do you have? Dude, Luke Skywalker bust. That is awesome. I actually have a model that I want to print out, which is the for my Star Wars shelf in the bedroom. It's the Han Solo in the carbonite. I didn't model it myself, unfortunately. I don't do. I'm not going to be showing much of my own prints because I don't want to grift my own Etsy store that much. So, oh yeah, one of these days, Katie, I will actually do a video of all the crap that I have in the bedroom that's hanging up. I've got Star Wars, I've got Star Trek, I've got literally starships hanging from the roof of my bedroom. My wife thinks it's hilarious because I'm starting to add LEDs into them. And I want to put a star mat up on the roof and make Star Wars fight Star Trek. The one thing I haven't gotten into printing yet is any of the Mandalorian stuff. Some of those models are not good for FDM prints. That's one of the reasons I want a resin printer. Jeez, man. J Mini Crickets. Oh, you've got the Mono X2. It's a 4K. Okay, that's cool. See, that's one of the ones I was looking at was the Uniformation GK2. But that thing is super pricey. I I have a friend of mine that's got a couple of the Mono X2s, and he loves them. You know, the 4K resolution should be enough for anything that I want to do. Um, you know, especially since anything I would do in resin would probably be personal stuff. And the printer you see on screen there, that's the FlashForge Adventure M5. I'm actually getting ready to buy a load of these to restart my print farm. I did have a print farm that was made up of a bunch of Ender 3s and Ender 3 Pros. Got rid of that because those things suck. On a huge level. I mean, they're the most wonderful thing in the world to mod, don't get me wrong. But when it comes to actual scaled printing, no, they're no bueno. No, you really don't need to go fancy. And these Adventure M5s, even though, I mean, you can change their firmware in their system to just Klipper now. You know, there's a couple of guys that have modded them, and they're making it more and more stable. I haven't tried it yet, but these things are set it and forget it, and they're half the price of the Bambu Labs. The only thing that I wish I had was, you know, multicolor use. But everything I print is pretty much one color, so it's not that big of a deal. I absolutely love this printer. I mean, $300. Oh, see, the CR10 though is just, it's a beast. I had a CR10 for a while until I broke it. And I mean, I actually broke it. It fell off of the table and went into about 4,000 pieces. I was moving my office around, and yeah, I love the CR10s. They're very slow, but they're cool printers. I love them. Now the what is it? The new Ender, what is it? The Ender SE or whatever they call it. You know, the new Core XY or XZ. I can't remember what the hell it is. That is actually a pretty slick little printer. You know, it's basically just the same as, you know, a Prusa Mark II or Mark III. But KD, have a great day, my friend. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you. But yeah, at the beginning of the year, I thought about, you know, oh, everybody's going to go Bambu Labs. And then the Creality came out with the K1, and the K1 had all sorts of crappy problems. I'm like, well, I can't go with the K1. And a friend of mine says, go check out this FlashForge printer. It's $300 and it prints just as fast as the Bambu Labs. And I'm like, no. And I have been so happy with this thing. I don't even run it at full speed. This thing just, I mean, look at this thing go. You know, prints that would take me 18 hours, I can do in 6, maybe 7 hours at most, with better settings. You know, more, you know, higher infill, so they're stronger parts. I'm like, God, I love this. But I would seriously like to build a filament feeder system for this thing. You know, an ASM, or I guess Creality is coming out with the one that's supposed to be compatible with just about everything. That'll be interesting. But I think it direct links into Klipper, so I would have to do the mod on this thing to do to take it into Klipper. But resin is one of the things, especially since my youngest son, my 16-year-old, he wants to get into, well, he's already into modeling miniatures, like D&D type miniatures, fantasy stuff, and he's really, really good at it. So resin is going to be one of the next things I get, and I'm just not sure what I want to get yet, whether I want to get okay or or go full resin, go 8K 10K, something, one of the great new ones with a great big bed on it. That way you can print a lot at the same time. I mean, that's what you do there, you just do what you got to do, save that cash, do the things you need to do, and then get what you want. I mean, I saved up for 6 months to buy this thing, $5-10 at a time, because my print business kind of failed when my health went down and I sold all my crap, and other than a few printers to play with. And I got this one thinking that, I could get everything restarted with it. And by God, I'm going to mortgage my house if I have to. FlashForge has a really good print farm program. And, it calculates out pretty easy. It's about 6 prints a day for 8 or 9 days straight. $10 prints will pay for one of these machines for a week. So you think about that, the investment, the return on investment, at $300 US, you're paying for a printer per week. That's 52 printers in a year. Exactly. Well, yeah, that's why I'm thinking, why is everybody buying these damn Bamboo Labs printers that are $1,000? Why? It doesn't make sense. Buy something that does the exact same job at a reasonable quality, like what I'm using right now, for $300. That way you're not throwing away $1,000 per machine. That's why I love Prusas, mind you. I've never owned one, but I've used them. I've had a couple of buddies of mine let me borrow theirs when I needed an extra printer. And I love Prusas because they're set it and forget it type printers. The problem with them is the price. The only way you can afford to run a print farm based on Prusa is to buy them all used. There's no way in hell anybody can do it, buying brand new M4s, or was it MK4s or whatever they are. Mark IV, yeah. I absolutely, I'm fascinated by this technology, and it's just going to keep getting better and better and better. I actually have a friend that I know that is in the process of ordering one of those really nice concrete printers that they're printing houses out of. And for the price of it, he just doing base foundation work, not even building a full house with it, base foundation work, pouring footers and stuff, he is going to save so much money by using it. You bring the gantry in, you hook up you program where you need it to go, and there you go. You don't need men to haul the pipes around and do this and do that. He can save on labor and keep the labor that he has doing the stuff that needs to be done elsewhere. I mean, this technology is going a lot of places, and there's ways to keep people in jobs using it. Not replacing people's jobs, but keeping them in jobs, but making, saving your costs. That's one of the things I've done on occasion, is I've been able to model something for somebody. I've never done it for anybody online, actually, but it's like a buddy of mine's got a tractor. He's got an old McCormick tractor. He needed a plastic part for, and he had the actual piece, and I built myself a little 3D scanner out of a cell phone, and I scanned it, threw it into the modeling, my modeling program, into Fusion 360, changed it up a little bit, and printed him a brand new one out that was even stronger and better. Nobody makes that part anymore. I love being able to do that. And I'm not even using Orca Slicer. You just sub. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, my friend. I appreciate that. Now, I'm hoping that I can showcase some of my son's designs, get some of those printed out, the ones that I can print out with FDM. Some of them are so intricate, it's going to absolutely be one of those situations where resin is a must. But I got him one of those, cool drawing tablets, and he's been going ham on that thing for the last couple of months. And he is a really good artist with it. He's designing stuff in Blender and then exporting it out to an STL. And we've printed a few things, but not a whole lot yet that he's done. Well, that's one of the reasons I'm doing the stream the way I am. Is one, I like to talk to people, and two, I just like watching that thing. It's good for your mental health. It really is. It's like you can just sit here and zone out, watching the head just do its thing. So I get you. I get you, my guy. I get you completely. So where in the UK are you from? I always like meeting new people, especially all around the world. I've met enough people in the US. I myself reside in the great crappy state of Colorado. That is absolutely cool. Nottinghamshire, that's cool. Yep. Robin Hood country. I've got a couple of friends over in England, well, a number of them, but none of them live near you that I know of. not anywhere near that country. I have a couple of friends that live in. I have one friend that lives in Leeds still. The other one moved, and then I got one that came out of Harry Potterville. That little community that the story is built around. And then I got a couple that are directly in London, which they say they hate it there anymore. They want to leave. Apparently, London's gotten pretty violent. Oh, oh yes, I like my Warhammer. I mean, who doesn't like Warhammer, honestly? I mean, I know people that don't play Warhammer that simply read the Warhammer lore because it's some of the best lore in the entire world. Which just makes a good funny for me. Because I never read the lore. Ever. On any game. I've been playing games for over 30 years. I'm 47, man. I don't think I've ever read the lore from any video game in full depth. But you throw some Star Trek at me or Star Wars, whoo, yeah, I'm there. Lived in London for 12 years, moved back home though. Well, that's definitely for damn sure, I bet. Like in Canvas or like doing models? I have a friend in Florida here in the US I send models to, and he paints the models, the ones that I can print on FDM. Models, cool. Yeah, I've got a friend, and I actually started sending him some stuff about 2 months ago. I started sending him in pieces. And then he started screaming at me because he never has a super glue. So he's still not going to get him in full models anymore. I'm still going to put him in pieces just to make it where he actually has to work for it. I'll just take him into the slicer and start slicing them up. It just irritates the hell out of him. I do it for fun. I mean, I've never charged the dude anything. And he had the gall to complain that I was starting to send him models that were in pieces instead of complete. I'm like, no, you gotta work for it, my dude. Exactly. I'm old school. I'm actually getting. I still have 2 Enders left in my office here at the house, and I'm gonna actually be printing out actual old school car models because I just want those to have something to put together when I'm not 3D printing. So I've got models for like 69 Camaro, a Lamborghini Aventador, a Centenario. I'm a huge supercar fan too, so and American muscle cars as well. But the McLaren MP12C, the first car that they did for production for the public, and I've got a number of those, and they're all in pieces, and they're all in cards, just like the old school stuff you used to be able to buy, at the hobby shops or what have you. Yeah, literally exactly. It's just the same type of thing, and I'm going to print those out, so I have something to do while I'm waiting for stuff like this to print. Because I am a homebody. I'm stuck at home. I'm medically disabled. Yeah, my doctor says I can't work, and it's true, I can't. So I do this, for fun as well as to make a few bucks. Help pay the bills, you know what I'm saying? And I just recently started streaming over here on YouTube. I was a game streamer. I used to stream PUBG and New World over on Twitch full time a number of years back. and I stopped streaming. We had a personal tragedy in the family, but now I'm back to a little bit being more of myself, and I'm like, you know what? I need to get back into this. And I'm just like, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. So, until I get my eyes fixed where I can see, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sit here and print and talk to people. And even when I'm able to play games again, I'm still going to make time to do this, because this to me is awesome. I love doing this because I get to meet people like yourself. Everybody looks at me initially and they see my picture and they go, "Oh my God, this guy looks meaner than hell." Nah, dude, I'm the biggest teddy bear on the planet. I'm about the size of one too now. And I get that. I've had some issues over the last couple of years, and I'll tell you. I mean, um, not February. Jesus, my brain is just shot. January 3rd of 2022, my daughter was shot and killed by her boyfriend, and that screwed me up for the last couple of years pretty hard. And I'll never actually get over her loss, but I'm getting over the tragedy of it, I guess you would say. And just thinking that she would want dad to be happy, and that's where I'm trying to get back to. And I've met a lot of really good people on YouTube that have helped me on that journey, and I hope I can help others. Because bringing that smile back is all that matters. Being able to be happy on the inside as well as the outside, and it takes a lot. It really does. But I tell you what, if I can get through this shit, I can guarantee you everybody can get through what they're going through. Because a parent losing a child, I didn't realize exactly how much that would hurt. And I wouldn't even wish that on the guy that killed my daughter. He's got 3 kids. I wouldn't wish him to lose one of his, because that's not something anybody needs to go through. I appreciate that. You lost yours many years ago. Exactly. I mean, you never get over it. My daughter was 21 years old. She was a grown adult, living, not living at home, living outside the state, with, that boyfriend. And the one thing I console myself with every night is the fact that she died a hero, because she prevented him from killing 2 other people. Because that was what his mission was that night, was to murder his ex-wife and his ex-wife's mother. So I am super proud of her for standing in the way of that. And now he's serving 40 years in the Nebraska state prison system. And sadly, they say he'll probably get paroled in 15, and I will be there to make sure he doesn't get out in 15. And I'm so sorry for the loss of your daughter. I mean, and it's really sad. During that whole COVID situation, my daughter was a CNA at a nursing home, and we'd actually expected to get that phone call one day saying, "Sir, your daughter's passed away from COVID," because there was a lot of COVID, there's a lot of medical workers that got sick and passed away due to the initial stages of COVID back in that day. And to get the phone call, it was completely different. That was the shock of the lifetime. We actually almost expected to get that call, because you know I hope he never exits that prison ever. And I mean, since you've lost a daughter, you completely know what that's like. Losing a child is something nobody should be able to go through, should have to go through. I've got 3 sons as well. But losing my daughter, she was my angel. She was daddy's little girl. That was the hit. And it's really sad to say, it would almost have been easier to lose one of my sons. And I guess that's a stereotype. You worked as a medic, dude. I applaud you. That is a hard job. No matter which type of medic you were, an ambulatory medic or hospital medic, a triage medic, military, it doesn't matter. That is a hard job. I've got friends that here in the U.S. You have 6 other kids. Dang, dang, brother. Do you got a YouTube channel yourself? First responder. Well, bless you for the work that you did. You do? Yeah, let me. What's the name of your channel? Don't put the full URL, just put like the end of it, or else the system will just block it. I'll go give you a follow as well, or give you a sub. That's what I mean. Why can't every streaming platform have the same terminology? I don't understand that. It's annoying. Yeah, you can be pissed. That's cool. I mean, you do you. I'm perfectly fine with people doing that. I don't do drinking a lot. Oh, okay. Mac 3D. All right, cool. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, there you are. Just gave you that sub there. Yeah. I see you there. Dude, it's been a while. 11 days. All right, cool. I will have to go back and check out some of your streams. Looks like you got some pretty cool stuff going on there. But yeah, I just dropped you a sub on there. So here, let me make sure that notification is set to all. That way I can catch you when you're live. And maybe one day we can do a, collab stream or something. I use Restream and StreamYard, so I just send a link and we can sit here and BS whatever. I don't care. I'm good for everything. And the print is finally done. Let it cool off before I take it off the print bed. Oh yeah. I see. I just dig the whole thing. I mean, you look about we're about the same age, I would say, or similar age. Within 10 years, and that our whole generation doesn't matter if what side of the pond you're on. We're all into the same shit. We're trying to bring back our childhoods a lot. A lot of that's what it is. We're trying to bring back our childhoods because we didn't get to be children. We had the cool toys, but we didn't have enough time to play with them. Especially me. I mean, I grew up on a farm, so my parents would buy me like the cool stuff like GI Joes and Hot Wheels and stuff, but I never had time to play with the damn thing, so I was always doing chores. But definitely, if you want, follow me. Do you use Twitter, whatever, X? You're 48, dude. I'm 47. God dang, a year within each other? That's badass as hell. And yeah, I feel about 90, so I got you there. I got so many damn physical problems. It's stupid. Yeah, by trade, I'm actually an IT administrator, and I'm now a certified cybersecurity professional. I just graduated school on that at 47 years old. How about that crap? And next month, I go back to school. You have Twitch, not Twitch, but Twitter or X, whatever they want to call it. Just so we can stay in touch. But I can send you a link. But if you don't, that's cool. We can figure it out. Catch you on one day, and I'll just send you a link or what have you. My socials are in the about section of the stream, but that is pretty badass. Same generation of people, and there's a lot of people I've been hanging out with recently that have similar, interests. I don't know. Do you know of another streamer called Kaiser Pineapple? The dude is awesome, and he builds models. Lots of really cool stuff. A lot of Warhammer stuff too. Yeah, I met him a couple weeks back. You haven't used it in a long time. Well, that's cool. We'll just catch you in on one of the live streams, and then um, we'll set it up and set a date up, and we'll just stream. Have a good old time together. Maybe I'll get another camera set up, and I can print and build a model at the same time. Be back in a second. Cool beans. So, everybody, the print is done, which means we're coming to the end of this particular live episode today. We're going to wait until our new friend Dale gets back to do anything about it. But, so tomorrow I will, actually tonight, I will go ahead and print the lid for that. And we'll get it put together so that we can do the giveaway for that on Saturday. And unfortunately, if you are outside the United States, you're going to have to pay for the shipping on it because I don't have that kind of money. I can ship inside the US for any of the things for the giveaway, but outside of the US, it's going to be a little bit difficult. Maybe we can split the cost. I don't know. We'll figure that one out. When the heck did the music stop, chat? Holy smokes. Ambient music. One of the things I do aim to do is I'm, I've been a Prusa slicer user for a long time, and the firmware on these particular printers, the FlashForge printers, they don't integrate with Prusa at all, but they do integrate with Orca Slicer, which is a offshoot of the same software. Same thing as Bamboo Slicer. So I'm going to start learning that so that I can do the more advanced slicing of these models that I can print off and do some other cool things, because it has the same features as Prusa Slicer, and it actually has a few more. and a lot more settings you can go through. The default software that you can download for these printers is super simple to use for the novice or inexperienced first-time user. And I've been using it just because these are all pre-sliced models. I've already used these before, so I know what to expect from them. All right, that's cool, my dude. That's cool. We will definitely get together and do something and have some fun. But so the next time we bring up the stream, we're probably going to be using Orca Slicer instead of the default FlashForge program, which is called FlashPrint. So that'll be a little bit more interesting. It's got quite a bit more things we can do with it, in advance. But that being said, the print is done, and I will be back again tomorrow at roughly about 10 a.m. Eastern time is when I normally come on, sometimes a little earlier. It is, what is it, 12:40 Eastern right now. So I usually go for about 2.5 hours. We try to keep the print times around that so that we can, do all the cool things. You use Cura, but you've been tinkering with Orca. Orca's it's a little bit different beast. It is. It really is. But Dale, I appreciate you coming by. I appreciate everybody that stopped by earlier. We have 7 people watching, 1 person chatting, which is cool. If you guys want to sit and chill, that's your thing, and I just appreciate everybody being here. That said, I am out. 5:40 p.m. there. Awesome. No, now I know the time difference. Awesome. I am going to be out of here because I need to go grab some food. And yeah, Dale, and I will be sure to watch for your lives as well. That way, we can keep in touch. It's good to meet you. I appreciate you being here. We will catch you guys on the flip side. See you tomorrow morning. I'm out.